Surviving 100 days in a Minecraft city. But here's the twist. It's hardcore and it's infested with zombies. They're everywhere. And not only are zombies a threat, there's also other players on the island. And you don't know if they're friendly or not. Be careful who you trust. Our goal is to complete our objectives given to us by the admins. Evacuate others and then escape the island. Doing so will continue the series. My life literally depends on it. If you guys go on to enjoy this adventure, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss another one. And we're so close to 2 million. If you enjoy it, hit the like button. This one took a long time to make. And if you're interested in this map, you can find it on my Patreon, down below in the description. And also the mods can be found on my Discord. But let's begin, shall we? Our journey begins being flown in on a mission to an island that isn't new to us. We've been here before. It's the island in the last video that we got evacuated from. And our mission is simple. The plane that's just dropped us off is low on fuel. And it can't land until the runway has been secured and the zombie threat is cleared. All the objectives in this video are set up by the admins to make it more of a challenge to try and survive, to stop us camping in buildings, and to push us to explore the map. And there are secrets here, like every other series I create. And the goal is to get out of here alive. Now there's no time for chit chat, because that plane is currently right now doing circles of the map, and is running low on fuel. We have 2 days to clear the airfield. Otherwise, that plane crashes to the ground and we don't get a valuable resource, which is an admin, which offers us tons of information about this map and our surroundings. It's so valuable. But before we can get to the runway, we need to go back to where this journey originally begun 100 days ago. And it's back to this building. And inside here, the admin in the plane made us aware of a key for an aircraft, which we want to retrieve. We started making our way to the school building as quick as possible, taking on the zombie horde that was rushing towards us. Lovely stuff, guys. School should be down to the left, apparently. So these are the survivors with me. We've got Jack, who's my right-hand man and has been with me since the beginning. I trust him with everything. We have Emil, an absolute killing machine, and he doesn't care for his own safety. That's a dangerous combo. And we got Knight. He's not a fighter. And he shouldn't be alive in this zombie apocalypse, to be honest. We've been keeping him safe ever since we robbed him in the barn. And I feel responsible for keeping him safe. And I'll do my best to do it. And here's Dermo, a natural survivor. He knows how to make anything livable and to stay safe. And lastly, myself. Well, I'm just a survivor just like the others. I'm just fortunate to be surrounded by some great company. Couldn't ask for a better group. We finally made it to the school building and a horde of zombies came spilling out. Usually this wouldn't be a problem, and we're used to them from the last map. But now we're under a time constraint, and the pressure is building. Once we cleared the zombies, I ordered everyone to spread out and search for the key. It has to be hiding here somewhere. And it wasn't long until Jack found it.
I got the key!
Lovely. I don't know if there's anything else here. He brought it down and dropped it to me. But I gave it back. Best to be in Jack's hands. Now with the key in our hand, but the sun rising, we need to pick up the pace. As we got closer to the airport, the horde that the admin was going on about became more apparent. And we had limited ammo, and we had strict orders to use none of it. We could easily take out this horde with our guns, but then we'll have no ammo, which will leave us vulnerable to players. A horde was in the car park of the airport terminal. But we decided to leave this horde and to run right past them. Hoping that if we run quick enough they won't follow us and they won't add to the problem. The airport runway was nearly in sight. And all plans and all ideas were starting to go out the window. Weapons were starting to be used. We were beginning to panic that we won't get this done in time. We need to slice this horde apart. We need to quiet it down here. We can't have this following us. Knight, watch in front. But we knew if we get this admin on the ground and we secure him, we'll know a lot more info about the map. We got to the edge of the airfield. And straight away we could see that this horde was something that we couldn't take out with just melee weapons. But we stayed calm and we hatched a plan. We just had to clear the runway and clear the horde. So what about if we lead the horde away? Opening the runway so it's safe to land. So Emil, being Emil without hesitation, ran in to try and distract the horde and to take them away. And he had a bunch on him. But his efforts weren't enough. There was still a considerable amount of zombies on the runway. And we didn't want to use ammo. We had to save it so that if we do fail in this mission, at least we'll still have our ammo. And just over there, I could see the plane that the admin was talking about. It's just sitting there, abandoned. So it was my turn now to try and take a horde with me. And hope that me and Emil taking a bunch of the undead away, the rest would have a chance to clear the scragglers away. Freeing the runway and clearing it. I brought the horde of the undead through the gap in the fence. Some of them made it through, but others were struggling. I needed them to get them off the airfield for the objective to count. But I needed to be careful. I'd nearly died already. These zombies hit hard. I was trying to create another hole in the fence to get them all through. And now it was seeming to work. I was leading this horde back to the car park horde. I now had to lose this horde and get back to the runway. But whatever happened, I had to make sure that they were not still on me. Otherwise, I'd be bringing the problem right back to us. But with an incredibly tall building in sight, I had an idea. Maybe I could scale it and use my parachute to jump across, leaving the horde below. And that's when I could begin to hear the plane. Every so often, this plane was doing a sweep of the airfield to make sure it was cleared, because communication could not be told in Discord, as we had no radios, so we were relying on in-game chats. So at this time, I didn't know if the airfield was cleared or not. But if that plane spots it now that it is, it'll be landing shortly. I just need to get high enough to be able to parachute back in. This should do it. And the horde don't seem to be following underneath. My job was done. But were the others okay? I touched down in the airfield. And it was quiet. Which is a good thing. But my team were nowhere in sight. Until I heard Jack.
Hey! Is everyone alive? Hey! I took the car park horde all the way over to a building, so if we go back the same way, hopefully they won't be right on us. So we can sneak past them.
The airfield was successfully cleared. And just in time. Because the night was nearly over. We ordered the aircraft to park inside the hangar. So here we had. These were the admins that flew us to the last island. And that made us fight. And now here we are, responsible for protecting it. Because who knows? Other things or other players might be after him. He's incredibly valuable. Why did he make us fight a load of people on an airfield 100 days ago? I don't know. For fun, I suppose.
Yeah, it's just a few stragglers. We cleared this area, so they shouldn't be spawning.
Yeah, I guess so.
Don't waste ammo on him. I so want to shoot him, but I can't.
The admin told us to open the aircraft with the key. So with the key I unlocked it, and I could see it was empty. It had no fuel. But there were supply crates in the back. And in there were 7 radios and a book. The book read, "Radios allow you to use Discord and not rely on in-game communication. This way you can stay in communication when apart. And now we have secure communication on Discord."
Thermo, are you good? Here, take a radio and you can go on Discord.
So with day now breaking and the horde beginning to trickle back in, it was time to find safety and find a place to rest up.
Just a place where we can be safe. And we can ask the admin all the questions we need to know. Like, what's our objective? Why are we here? And what can we do to benefit us and yourself?
We found a house in the suburbs, just across from the airfield, and we decided to enter and board it up. Here, we'll now collect our thoughts.
Let's gather our thoughts and figure out what we need to do.
And also, as a group personally, how are we going to interact with the other survivors here on the island? This group has a reputation for killing a lot of players. I'm sure they've all watched my past zombie video. They might not trust us. That night, the admin gave us everything, and we now know our objective and what we need to do. We need to escape this island and get across the bridge. But before we can do that, we need to complete some objectives. First, there's a supply plane on the runway, the white plane. We need to fuel that and find the pilot. Protect the pilot, and he'll take off with the plane and bring you back supplies. Objective 2, refuel the black plane and extract 5 survivors off the island. And then after that, extract as many more as you can by other vehicles found on the map. Then lastly, we have the Umbrella Corp. This is the new admin team, and they are dangerous. They're all the dead players from the last series that we played. They all died, and now they're here to make our game harder. You know them straight away. They're dressed in black, and you don't know what they'll do with you. They're the players guarding the bridge at the end. If we want to get across the bridge, we're eventually going to have to go to war with them. And that's everything we know so far. But we need to keep moving, look for food, and find the pilot. The bridge is the Umbrella Corp's headquarters. If you want to cross, you need to go to war with them. So be careful who you extract off the map. Make sure not to extract fighters, because you're gonna need them. And the final thing we were told is that Umbrella Corp are aware of the 2 admins. The one we have here and the pilot that's hidden somewhere on the map. They know what they look like, and their objective is to kill these admins. They know they're somewhere on the map, and we need to keep our admin safe. If we get him off this island and to the next, we then gain an advantage. What that is, I just don't know yet. We'll find out if we make it to the next island. And would you look at that? Scaling a building for safety, we just found the pilot. He's on the building across from us. Jack had parachuted across to try and secure him as fast as we can. We went down the ladder, except one. Emil. I told him he was being silly and he was risking his life for nothing. And that to be careful. As we got to the bottom of the stairs, it wasn't as simple just to cross to the next building. Zombies were outside, and there were a lot of them. Emil learnt the hard way that shortcuts sometimes aren't the best option. And as I was getting into the next building, an accident happened.
Oh, there goes Emil.
Is Emil dead? Emil.
Emil fell.
Yeah,
Emil, where did you fall in? Emil slipped and fell to his death. And it just shows how harsh this environment can be. And sometimes when you think you're being boring and you're surviving in a simple manner, these are the moments you realize you're doing the right thing. And you're not trying to be too smart or creative with your moves. Well, Emil died, we all kind of lost our head for a second. Running around aimlessly, I nearly got myself killed.
I needed to get into the building and get up and rest for the night. Being out in the night is too dangerous. As I got to the top of the building, it was so long trying to get up there that the sun was rising. And here's a prime example of trying to be too creative. This felt like a risk to me, but I took it. So here's the pilot. He's responsible for flying the white aircraft, the one that we got the key for. But we can't take him to the airfield now, as that aircraft needs fuel. So now we have 2 admins to protect. One that's feeding us information and guiding us through the game, and another that if we get out of here, will give us supplies. Knight and Dermo had managed to get some belongings from a mill. They dropped them to me, and I was holding them in my inventory. But me and Jack had to deal with the death of a mill. I was actually gutted that a mill died, because like, even though these 100 days, it's not real life, but it means you don't actually get to play with your friends, because it is only one life. And me and Emil had quite a journey. We met in a city and ended up fighting a gunfight together. And we just after meeting. It was incredible. And since then we'd formed a strong bond in this series. And we couldn't leave Emil here. Not like this. He doesn't deserve it. But I couldn't do it. So I gave Jack Emil's revolver. And he understood. And done what needed to be done. After taking time to organize Emil's stuff and to share it out amongst the crew, I kept a few things. I kept Emil's revolver and gave Jack mine to honor him, and I also kept the duffel bag he was holding. The duffel bag is extremely useful and can hold a lot of items. Emil was always our loot runner. He always went out and got loot because he had the duffel bag, and not many players did. So now that responsibility goes to me now. Food is low, we're stuck on top of a building, and we have 2 admins that we're trying to protect. We're not in the luxury of going running around. Knight and Dermo took point and stayed on the building with the admins, while me and Jack went and scavenged for loot. We were so desperate for food that we were heading out in the night. And throughout the whole series, you're most likely going to see us using melee weapons. We need to conserve ammo, especially since we've been told this map is severely drained of supplies. We found some terrace houses, and we started searching them one by one. Slowly but surely going through them. It was our best option, especially since it was during the night. Then we started getting paranoid. We started hearing sounds, like a player shuffling.
Wait, I hear that. I hear that. It was like...
You can hear other people's shuffles.
Yeah, it was that direction.
And with the dynamic sound mod, you can really hear every movement. From footsteps to shuffles.
Hi.
Someone was here. And it just felt like we were being watched. Is anyone here? If so, please let yourself known.
We will be peaceful.
Made them aware.
Don't trust this.
Because last thing you want is startling a player around a corner. They'll unload their magazine into you and you'll be dead. Closing that door. Hello? Please let yourself known, otherwise if we do see you, we'll shoot. And there's a lot of us. But after a while of giving away our presence and making survivors aware that we're here.
I'll go upstairs and open the door.
And the other one had the gun working. It sounded like it was either behind us they were shuffling.
Wait, this door's open. This door's open.
And things started getting more tense. Are you in here? Or are we just being super paranoid? Okay, ready? Look left, I'll look right.
Could be in past this door.
No, are we just being paranoid? I heard someone shuffle.
I don't know. I definitely heard something up here.
Okay.
Wait. I hear it again, right?
Okay, let's just stay still for a second. During this whole process in clearing the buildings, we stumbled across a basement. And we thought this would be an amazing place to hide the 2 admins we're looking after. It's not on top of a skyscraper where you stand out like a sore thumb. It blends in with all these other buildings. We need to get our team here. But before we go back to them, we need to get food. But still paranoid that someone was here and watching us, we decided we'd try and get up to the top of the building and see if someone's hiding up there. We got to the top and no one was here. And now we can start to see more of the map and just how beautiful and how much work had been put in.
Oh!
Get down, get down, get down. Look, look, look.
The helicopter.
You see it?
Yeah.
There's people up top there as well. Oh, those players had a helicopter. That's incredibly interesting. And there proves my point. If you're sitting on top of a tower, you stand out like an absolute sore thumb, especially when you have an aircraft sitting up top there. But we didn't want to get spotted, so we stayed low and we got off the building. We wanted to stay as incognito as possible. Looking out of a window, I don't know how we didn't see it. A wall cart, which is obviously a Walmart. It's a supermarket. Surely there has to be food in there. So we made our way across the car park and into the door. Each time making any survivors in the area aware that we're here. Might as well let people know we're here, right? Or do we? No, probably not, to be honest. Unless we know.
Yeah, well, there's zombies in here. Ooh, wait, there's food. 7 steak.
Nice.
Oh, and a lot of bread.
Got you.
Nice.
Loot the food.
Yep.
But Jack found food straight away. And I was beginning to find food now. Potatoes, we didn't have anything to cook it with, but they'll do. It's food. It's better than nothing. It then came time to exit the building. We now had a bit of food. It wasn't loads, but it was more than we had anyway. It was now time to move the admins to the new safe house. The basement. But we decided we'll wait for day. And we'll move then. But during the night as we were waiting, I spotted what looked to be a ship out in the water. It was very foggy, so it was hard to see. That's something I'll have to investigate. That could make a great home. But when the sun rose, we began making our way to the new safe house. And when we got there, we decided that Knight and Dermo will stay with the 2 admins and keep them safe, while me and Jack head out to investigate the ship and to continue on with the main mission. It was time to leave the safe house again. We had trust in Knight and Dermo that they'd keep the admins safe, and that if Umbrella Corp comes sniffing, they'd at least be able to hatch a plan to try and escape. I wanted to investigate the ship that I saw when we were sitting on top of the tower. It's been playing in my mind that it'll be a fantastic place to set up a base, a settlement. There, if we can clear the ship, it should be cleared of zombies, and the water should act as a natural defense against players and the undead. It's literally textbook zombie apocalypse home, and I was lucky to see it. It was just coming through the fog line on my render distance, and there it was, sitting out there all alone, and it looked empty and ripe for the taking. We didn't want to rush straight out there, as the water would leave us vulnerable. But exposing more of the ship, we still couldn't see anyone on it. But getting to the top of that lighthouse would give us a great vantage point. It'll hopefully allow us to see deeper into the ship. The lighthouse was an absolute gem. Straight away, it was feeding us. I managed to find a baseball bat, which is a really strong melee weapon. But I do admit, I do like the way the tactical tomahawk looks. It feels good. We felt safe in the lighthouse, as that stuff would have been taken if someone was already here. Up in the lighthouse we could see a lot. We could see an industrial area, the docks, and more of the ship. And still, we couldn't see anyone. This ship was abandoned. And look how far it's off the coast. And the fog naturally hides it. It's brilliant. After seeing everything we saw on top of the lighthouse, we were confident that we could go explore. And that we could head over there. And just in time, because the sun was setting. And if we stayed at night here and no zombies come, then this will be a brilliant settlement. But of course, as we were heading out...
Oh, wait, I see someone! On the top!
I do see someone too. Oh... Okay,
We could be friendly.
yeah, I don't know.
Should we go be friendly?
Let's see. It's only 1. 2 of us, right? He's in diamond armor. Diamond armor could be as strong, actually, though.
Yeah.
He could be wearing diamond armor because he's figured out, like, diamond armor is better.
He knows we're coming over.
Do you think so?
No, wait, no, that's the back of his head.
We wanted to stay quiet and try to get the jump on the person. That way we can control the situation.
I'm in. There could... It's going up. Be more.
What are we doing?
I don't know. I don't like it.
We could get ourselves killed so easily here.
Hello?
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 Are you friendly?
Yeah, my team has gone.
Are
Okay.
you on your own?
We weren't trying to kill you. We were just trying to suss you out, and we were afraid that if we said hello to you when we were coming on board, that you might just open fire anyway, so it's sometimes best just to stay sneaky. Now, would you stay where
Yeah.
you are so then we can stay where we are for a second?
Well, where are you?
We are underneath you. Now, I can hear you
what-
loading your gun a bit. We don't mean any harm. To be perfectly honest, we saw the boat, thought it looked cool. Perfect place to survive in a zombie apocalypse.
Mm-hmm.
And it was turning night. But I promise we weren't trying to kill you.
Okay.
Can I ask you this as well? 100% your other teammates are gone.
They're on their way back. They told me that they're coming back soon.
Okay, so there's no one else on this boat. Except us.
Well,
At this moment in time.
yes.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm
I-
scared.
Is this your base? Have you claimed this?
Yes, we have.
Is it open for more members? Jerem Gnome went on to tell us that this was his settlement. He lived with 2 other players, and he wasn't the leader. It was Zipkick, and they were on their way back. While we were waiting, I was trying to suss out Gnome, and he was trying to suss out me. We were asking each other questions back and forth. My main ones being, are you open to having more people potentially? Have you killed anyone? These are important things we need to know. Can we, I'm not saying we want to join you right now, but can we at least stay here till morning?
Okay, but, there's a fee for staying here.
But then shortly, Zipkick and Vic showed up. They seemed like nice guys, but we agreed it's nighttime, and we don't know one another. So we separated, with me and Jack being on one side of the ship, and those guys being on the other. We were waiting for day. And during this process, me and Jack were talking. They had a great settlement, and so far they seem trustworthy. If we can get the admins and our players here, we know that this will be the safest place for them. And these new guys that we found, they need more members. Because others will try to come and take this with force if they find this settlement exists. This base is a rare resource. The next morning came around and we went over to greet them. I asked could we join them, and they said yes. I then was completely honest with them. I said we were hiding 2 admins that Umbrella Corp were looking for. And these players right here had ran into Umbrella Corp. And they're not friendly. They had been robbed already by them. But the 3 of them were on board. And they understood the mission and why it's so valuable that we keep these admins hidden. And we don't disclose these to other random players. We need no one knowing about these admins. Zipkick also then told me that he's been talking to a group of people that own a helicopter. That might be the people that we saw on the building not too long ago. But he told me their helicopter was broken and they're looking for parts to fix it on the map. And Zipkick told me he's going meeting the leader of this crew very soon to maybe create an allyship and work together. But I asked Zipkick to keep our group and all our information out of it. I don't want anyone knowing that we're working together. We don't know these people and I don't trust them yet. It's better to be safe than sorry. So now knowing we might have a future in this boat, it was time to go get the admins and to meet back up with Knight and Dermo. We need to tell them of the news. That we've got a new home. But Vic, who was part of the ship, wanted to come with us. I suppose out of curiosity. And to make sure that our story all matches up. He's basically keeping an eye on us. But we've got nothing to hide. We told the truth. With the excitement of having a new home, we foolishly headed out in the night, which turned out to be a bad idea. So, we ended up taking refuge inside a house for the night. And during the night, I could get the sense that Vic, he didn't trust us. So as we went into the house, I done this. Well, look, dude, I'm going to give you something to make sure that you don't betray us. It's kind of stupid, but look. It's the key to the aircraft. Right? We're not going to kill you. Keep it safe.
That's it.
Hopefully Vic will trust us a bit more. But let's wait out the night and go get our team when it's daybreak.
Now with the trust established and Vic holding something so valuable, which is the key to the aircraft, it was now day and it was time to escape the horde that had surrounded us in the night. And to get moving to the safe house where the two admins have been hiding out alongside with Knight and Dermo, keeping them safe. But when we got to the house, no one was here. Where were they? Yeah, I hear the one. Are they not here? I'm not sure if they're still here, but we had a search around and we had a look. We checked upstairs, we checked downstairs, while Vic stayed hidden in the corner, just in case danger broke out. Maybe they heard other survivors and decided to leave this area as it wasn't safe. The safe house was completely empty and there was no signs of a struggle or anything. So I gave Vic the nod and it was time to move, get to a safer place and then enter the Discord channel where the others were. When we got to a safer place, they told me that the Umbrella Corp were knocking around and they could hear them getting closer and closer. They were doing a sweep of the buildings. So Knight told me he found a sewer system and now he's hiding out in a new house. And he told me to meet him near Walcart. And when we got here, I couldn't see him. But there he was, right to the right, calling us over. And he led us to the new safe house. Knight told me that Umbrella Corp were getting closer and closer and he could hear them using in-game communication, clearing house by house, and they made the right decision to move because they could have been next. To be honest, what he did was genius. He circled his way back into a house that they'd already cleared and checked, thinking that they wouldn't check it again. After the introduction was complete, it was time to get back to business. We decided since it was nighttime, it was probably best to wait for day and then make a break for it and make it back to the ship. So during the night and waiting in the house, I got talking to Vic because we could see the helicopter settlement in the distance. And Vic shared something that maybe he shouldn't have shared. Maybe something we weren't meant to know yet. Zipkick didn't want us knowing. He revealed that his settlement has fuel. Fuel for aircrafts and vehicles of all sorts. And that the reason why the helicopter settlement was working with Zip was because Zip could give them fuel and Zip would get a helicopter from them. So it all made sense. And maybe the helicopter settlement could be trusted. And we might be able to use their aircraft to get survivors off the map. To save people. When day broke, it was time to make a move. And Knight knew how we might be able to get out of here a bit easier. Going back into the sewers that they used to escape the Umbrella Corp. Because they are still around here somewhere. I headed out the door and I made sure that Vic was behind me. We couldn't talk to him in Discord as he didn't have a radio. So he needed to stay silent because in-game communication could give us away. We all entered the sewers and Vic was behind me. And as I got into the sewers, I knew something wasn't right. Vic wasn't behind me.
Is everyone in? Everyone coming?
Yep, I'm good.
1 sec, I need Vic. I need to wait for Vic.
Which way?
Alright, there we go. Here's the sewers. Yeah, alright.
Vic died!
No! No!
The second I knew Vic was in danger, I started heading back out to help him, but it was way too late. But he had the key to the aircraft and we needed it. But this has made things very awkward. Will Zipkick think that we killed him? And during the whole chaos of trying to retrieve the key, someone unknown was talking in the chat. It means they were close. And with the two admins by our side, we weren't taking any risks. So we started bolting it down the sewer system. But quickly, the sewer system became a maze. And we were struggling to find our way out. We liked it down here though. It was quiet. And you could definitely hide here for quite a while. After wandering around lost for ages, we stumbled across what looked like the main sewer line. And potentially an exit. Guns out, we started heading down. And it was. It led us right out to the ocean. And believe it or not, we were very close to the ship. It was absolute dumb luck. I just hope that when we get back and we explain what happened to Vic, that they believe us. And they don't suspect any foul play was involved. We are so sorry. I'll explain. So Zipkick, you can come into our Discord. At least it'll be easier to communicate. And then you can explain to Gnome. I did my best to break the news to them respectfully. And I told him the truth. I just said that he was right behind me and the next he was gone. And I should have done better. And I'm sorry. And hopefully this doesn't affect our relationship. Now we had the admins on the ship and Zipkick was introduced to them. We needed to hide him. And Zipkick had the perfect location. This ship is big and there are lots of hiding spaces.
And his idea was to hide him in the engine room. It's the deepest part in the ship. And it's like a maze even trying to get down to it. There's no better space in here. After the admins were hidden, I told Zipkick and Gnome that Vic kind of told us that you guys have fuel. And this ship right here is a fuel tanker. But then they quickly told me they have the fuel, but they don't have the fuel pump to be able to put that fuel into vehicles. That is somewhere on the map, and their mission is they need to find it. I wish they didn't keep that a secret and they told me sooner, because that's exactly what we need. We need fuel to get these planes out of here, and to extract survivors and to get supplies. That's our mission now. Find the fuel pump. It was the next day, and we were safe. And we were feeling positive. How could we not? We had a new settlement with 2 new friends, Zipkick and Gnome. I trust them, and I think the whole group does. We have to. We have no other choice, and it's better to have a positive frame of mind than a negative one. And they've done nothing that hints to a sign of betrayal. They seem genuine. It was a new day, and new jobs to be done. And my main mission was finding the fuel pump, where Zipkick seemed strangely distracted with sorting an alliance with the helicopter crew. In my eyes, if we don't find the fuel pump, an alliance will mean nothing. But I told Zipkick to keep our name out of the helicopter crew. I don't want them knowing we live here, or that we're with them. We can't trust them. Can't trust anyone, really. So Jack, Knight, and myself decided to head out in search of finding the fuel pump. It has to be somewhere here. We might have walked right past it. When we were searching houses, we stumbled across a car. And at first we couldn't find the key. It was locked. And then Knight found it. What do you mean? Did you just right click it? No! Oh my god!
What?
We're dum-dums. There's a dropper underneath it.
What?
Look, right click it. It says dropper. Look under the car. Look under the car. We didn't even see it. Oh, that's kind of smart.
Oh!
Oh my gosh.
And we got in, fully expecting this thing to be out of fuel. And all we heard was the engine start. We had a car. We didn't know how much fuel was in it, but we were going to drive it until it's all out of gas. This was a small win. The car, we took stops to get out and loot the buildings and to search around for the fuel pump. And in one of the buildings we were inside. When a player snuck up outside, he was staring right through the window. We screamed at him to get on the ground and to drop his weapon. Drop the gun. Hey, I'm gonna get a gun. In the house. Go, in the house. And he was listening. We then took him inside and got him on the ground again and started asking him important questions. Firstly, like, has he killed anyone? And are you alone? Because it's important that he's alone and no one's watching us. And then I asked him, do you want to be saved? We can get you out of here, potentially on a plane very soon, saving your life. And all we ask is that you help us on the next island if we survive. He agreed and he wanted to be saved. He wasn't much of a talker, but I could see with the head nods, he was genuine. I had a gut feeling. So now it was time for Ginger to get inside the car and to go for a spin.
Freedom
ride for Ginger didn't last long, because sadly the car ran out of fuel, and we were now rolling. I think we're out of fuel.
Really?
Yeah, we're...
Yeah, we are. Right, well, if we leave it here and lock it up, I don't think anyone's going... Go to the disabled parking spot.
But with the speed we were going, the car had quite a bit of power, and we were still slightly moving. And we wanted to try and roll it into somewhere where it would be hidden, not just sitting on a road somewhere. We tried to tuck it into some trees, so that hopes if any passerbyers wouldn't spot it. Ginger was absolutely stuck to me. And I did tell him that you can follow any of us. You can just follow us around. You don't have to follow me, because I don't want to accidentally lead him to his death. But just stay close. And after that, he began to relax a bit. After searching that house and finding absolutely nothing, except Knight finding a bit more bread, it was time to keep moving. And we had spotted a stadium. And we were heading inside. Jack and Ginger were ahead, and they broke inside the stadium building. And straight away, it was apparent that someone was here, but someone was living here. There was a helicopter, and Jack told me there was a crate inside it. This was a base.
This is a settlement. This is player builds, surely, right? Or maybe not.
Wait, Monty's talking. I found the people. Should
Oh my god! No.
Hi. No, calm down. We're coming, peace.
And Knight was talking to two random players, while we panicked and ran off. But we couldn't leave Knight. We didn't know if these players are hostile or not. And everything was going amazingly. We were having a chat with two guys who went by the name of Monty and Big Boy Chazza. They were really friendly.
Wait, do we need anything? Maybe
I suppose, yeah, I could give you half a stack of iron for him.
Yeah, I can do some negotiations. I'll be right back. I'm gonna ask him about the gas station.
And then the boss, the ringleader, showed up. And it's like the atmosphere was sucked away from the stadium and changed into some dark force.
We're outnumbered.
Yeah,
to go along with this.
yeah.
I know.
All right.
He's too friendly for his own good.
So don't worry about it, guys. I'll be right there.
Knight had gotten himself stuck.
All right. You guys have questions? Oh wait, that's. Oh wait a second. Wait a second.
And we knew that. We knew what was going on here.
You guys are all talking. I cannot hear a single one of you.
Please don't kill him.
Are they?
Whatever is going on here, please don't kill him.
Are they?
We can sort this out.
We're friendly, guys. We're friendly.
But with us in view, they knew that it would be too risky, especially with a sniper rifle aimed right at them. They sound like trolls, you know what I mean?
Is it right listen, is it right if you ask questions while I stand over there? I'm just gonna stand over there while I'm answering questions.
This is the weirdest encounter I've ever...
Listen, you guys seem friendly, but like, aiming a gun, putting on your armor, that does not make us feel safe.
Jesse was not someone to mess with. I've known him in the past to be hostile and explosive. But this is where Knight was nearly getting himself killed. He's too friendly for his own good. After that incredibly close call with the stadium crew, we realized that Knight, he was a liability and he nearly got himself killed. So we reached the shore and I ordered Knight to take Ginger back to the boat. I didn't tell Knight the real reason why I was sending him back, because I didn't want to hurt his feelings. I just told him to take Ginger back to safety. And Knight, being who he is, wanted to do just that. It was now becoming day, and Jack and I wanted to go and investigate the stadium crew a little bit more, but not go up to them. We wanted to do a bit of recon. We had so many questions that we wanted answers for, but we knew we couldn't talk to them because quite simply, it could get us killed. But they had a helicopter. How did they get this? Was it there when they found the stadium? And does it have fuel? To get this information, we're gonna need to get high, and we're climbing this tower right here. And when we got halfway up, we got an incredible vantage point. We can nearly see right in, and we're not at the top yet. This motivated us to keep climbing. Climbing the exterior of the building, going up the vines. That's when we got a much better view.
Jack then spotted 2 players below us. But I recognized the yellow skin. Those were the 2 players from the stadium. And now potentially Jesse is alone inside the stadium. But Jack made a valid point. We don't know if there's only 3 of them. If we rush inside trying to get answers and we find out there's more than just 3 people in the settlement, we could easily be dead. And also Jesse alone is a complete threat. He's easily taken out groups of people in previous shows. He's dangerous and very good at what he does. But then we heard a helicopter and we couldn't believe what was coming out of the stadium. The helicopter was leaving the map. I jumped across to the next building to try see if I could get a better view. Where was that helicopter going? I don't know. Not yet anyway. But we think this might be similar to the supply plane that we have. They might also be on a mission. But what does that helicopter do? Does it bring in supplies like our plane on the runway? So many answers. We decided this was too good to leave. We wanted to wait and see would it return. And wait we did for a very, very long time. The players that left the stadium were now returning.
Server's a bit more simple. Oh! Down below. Monty Moon, Big Boy Chazza.
It's like they were rushing home for something. Something they were excited for. It was the helicopter. And it was returning. And it was coming in fast.
We're gonna get seen, but it doesn't matter, right? We're not, like, if they shoot at us, we're not doing anything. Can you see? My Optifine is terrible.
It's not diamond armor. Whatever it is, it's not diamond armor.
Oh my god, spinning around.
The helicopter landed, and now it was out of sight. We couldn't see what was going on. And we knew if we weren't spotted before, that helicopter definitely spotted us when it went to land. It was time to get out of here. And we decided to parachute off the side of the building, heading back into the old town, the town that we're more familiar with, and return home and tell the lads what we've just found. When parachuting, Jack and I kind of got lost and we were split apart. I ended up parachuting into an old train yard, and I couldn't find Jack anywhere. But this was a blessing in disguise, because when looking for Jack, it steered us off course, and we stumbled across a fuel pump. This wasn't the fuel pump we were looking for. The sign said this is a fixed asset and cannot be mined. It's just a random fuel pump on the map with a limited amount of fuel inside. 4 jerry cans to be precise. This might be enough to fuel the supply plane and to get it out of here. So I took my jerry can out and I filled it up. We'd have to do 3 trips if we're going to do this. We started making our way to the runway. Eventually, we got to the plane. It's still here, thank God. I right-clicked the aircraft and thankfully it took the fuel. It was a match. Now we had to do this 3 more times to make sure that the aircraft had enough fuel to take off and to return. And heading back to the fuel pump, we stumbled across horses, which then gave me an idea. I had a saddle inside my duffel bag. Maybe we could tame the horse and use that to get back and forth without using any food, while Jack takes watch on a building in the middle, keeping an eye out for any survivors or any threats, while I take the horse and do a few return journeys. This was incredibly successful. I took the horse back and forth, and it was speeding up the process by a mile. Then, on the final journey, I got to the runway and I could see a player stacked up in the distance. He looked like he was in a bit of trouble, and I began to investigate. Drop your weapon, please.
You can get some food off him as well.
Drop your weapon, please. I can't hear you. Can you just drop your weapon? And the bat, please. When I got closer, I noticed it was a guy called Supernova, and I asked him the simple questions that I've been asking all the people I find. Firstly, have you killed anyone? And do you want to be saved? Of course he wanted to. He needed help. Look at him, he's on a tower. I told him to come down, and I said to follow me. I said to Nova, get on top of this tree and wait here, and I will be back. It's too risky to bring him with me right now. And I said, if you trust me, I won't be long. He then began to get up in the tree. I think he was just thankful to have someone looking out for him. I began heading back to Jack, and when I got closer, Jack made his way down. The plan was to take the last jerry can that we could take from the fuel pump, all the way back to the car that ran out of gas and we hid near the stadium, and use the car to get as close to home as we possibly can, while picking up Nova along the way. Eventually we reached the car, and at first we didn't know if it would still be there. And when we got there, someone had already found it, and it was covered in blocks surrounding the car. Someone was obviously trying to hide it, but thankfully I had the key, so even if they had fuel, there was no way they were going to drive it. I put the fuel in, and Jack broke it open. We reversed out, and we drove off, heading towards Supernova, if he's still there. I sounded the horn as we were getting closer to where I last saw Supernova, and he was there still in the tree, and he started coming towards us. Come on. Jump in. We don't have much fuel. Jack got out of the car to protect him. And when he got inside, it was perfect timing. Get in.
For me.
Because an Umbrella Corps member was right behind us, chasing behind. I told Jack to get in quickly, and we drove off, leaving the Umbrella Corps player in the dust. It was a bad idea, but I didn't want to get killed. I just wanted to get away from him. We had a car, and he didn't. I thought it was the right thing to do. We drove the car as far as we could, and just as we got close to the tanker, our home, the car ran out of fuel. But this time, it couldn't roll as far as it could, so we had to park it up right on the road. There was no hiding it. I locked the car, and we began heading back home. It was in sight, thankfully. I climbed onto the ship, and I introduced everyone to Supernova. We had a new player in our settlement now. That's something positive. We believe now the supply plane has enough fuel to take off and for a return journey. So it's now time to take the pilot from the safety of the engine room and bring him up and escort him to the aircraft. Knowing that this could be highly dangerous, I crafted myself some diamond leggings just to give myself some extra protection. I had the diamonds anyway, they needed to be used. Dermo and Gnome decided to stay with the new survivors on the ship and keep them safe. And also we believe Umbrella Corp have been sniffing around. We believe they're close. We were close to the runway and we were keeping the pilot protected. The plane was still there and it couldn't be gone anyway. We have the key for it. We thought we'd have to go through a big ordeal of clearing the runway, but the airfield was fairly cleared of the undead. So while he loads up the aircraft, he gets it ready for takeoff and does all these checks. We kept him protected from the zombies, and as the sun was setting, it was finally time for takeoff. Just in time before the horde of zombies spawn in the night. This pilot will be back. We don't know when, but he'll let us know when it's time.
But we should probably start getting back to base because...
Ryan, watch out behind you, Ryan. Behind you.
The 3 jerry cans is enough fuel to get him there. Be free! I need to see it take off. He punched it, and he took off. I'm also a documenter as well. Alright, at least that's one person we don't have to look after as well, I suppose. One mission completed. Time to head back to the ship.
When I got back to the ship, all the team were high on morale. It felt amazing to have something. We had a little win, and we deserved to be happy about it. A plane will come back, bringing supplies, hopefully food which we desperately need, and maybe more ammo and guns. Everything we'll need to hopefully get across the bridge at the end of the show. But the good times didn't last for long, as in the night, one of our members spotted Umbrella Corp watching us. Now we officially know they found us. We thought we were hidden, and they didn't know. The fog of the ship was no longer hiding us, but we had one advantage. Luckily, there's water that separates us from them, and if they want to attack, they're gonna be at a natural disadvantage, and we will have the high ground. Now that we knew Umbrella Corp had found us, we had people watching out 24/7, taking shifts almost. But there was one thing we had to do, and it felt like the right thing, and I put trust in Jack. I know he'll get this done, and I know he'll do it with flying colors. And I know if he gets caught, he'll give everything he has. It's Jack, how would he not? We decided, now that Umbrella Corp know where we are, they most likely know we're hiding the admin. It's just common sense. So I ordered Jack to take the admin out of the engine room and to take him out of the base. Take him somewhere where I don't even know. Just hide with him in a random location. We swapped the admin's armor out to make him look more like a player. We couldn't get rid of the helmet because that's his identity and his look. If we got rid of that, it wouldn't be fair and it's not in the rules. Jack and the admins jumped down at the back of the ship to hide them disappearing, while I went to the front and started rowing to the opposite side to grab all eyes hopefully on me before they go. And hopefully this will be enough so that they can get away. Let's just hope wherever they are or wherever they go, they'll stay hidden. All we can do is hope. Food was still a problem, and our settlement was getting bigger. And we were trying to grow food in the ship, but it just wasn't enough, especially as we were taking in more and more people. Without Jack, I needed someone to come on the supply run with me. Knight offered, Gnome offered, and Super Gnomer did. But I chose Gnome, as he'd been staying on the ship for a period of time, and he wanted to get out. So we went on an adventure together, hoping that the wall cart would be restored now, and there'd be more food there. Here I could see water running down the side of the lighthouse. We had to be careful. But me and Gnome were having a chat about everything. So you think they're working with Umbrella Corp? Or you think maybe one person? They
were Umbrella Corp.
Yeah, but you think the team that we're dealing with is working with them?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure the leader died.
Okay. Maybe it's like a certain person. And lost in our conversation, we fell right for a trap. We'll have to, look, we'll try and get them involved. Obviously, we need their helicopter, to be honest.
Hello there.
Hello.
Hello.
Should have expected this. How you doing?
Would you mind reading the signs?
Sure. Stay there.
Got him covered.
Just one gun?
Yeah.
Then can you leave us alone?
Yeah, of course.
Sorry, you kind of spooked us when you came up to us in the car. We had to go. We had someone who was basically about to die of hunger.
I know.
We didn't have time.
Oh.
So, just one gun?
Yep.
It's better than conflict, isn't it? Sometimes in these situations, it's better to cooperate instead of fighting. Unless you've done bad things to them or their group, then they might kill you. But I complied.
I have my only gun, that's it.
Alright, I'm putting the gun in.
Okay.
I put a gun in the chest. I took the ammo out, of course. It was a mil spare gun that he had. Luckily, I had it on me. No funny business, yeah? I'm putting this gun in here. Yeah?
I'm not gonna kill you and nothing.
Yeah? This gun. Car's out of fuel, by the way. We just found it.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, there's a gun in there. We're gonna go.
Okay, thank you.
If that's the worst that Umbrella Corp do to us, I'll take it. Luckily, even though they've been watching us, they still don't know we have the admin. So they're not hostile. Not yet, anyway. But that's the price we paid for driving away in the car a few days ago. One gun less, but we're alive. Before heading back, I wanted to meet up with the helicopter crew. And Gnome could take us. He's been there before. So we started heading deeper into town, when we spotted a player and I tried to communicate with him. Hello? Friendly?
That's from the team with the helicopter.
Friendly, friendly, friendly. I asked him did he want to stay safe with us. Get into a house for the night. But he refused. I don't blame him. We're possibly complete strangers. But Gnome said he was part of the helicopter settlement. And they said they weren't friendly. He said he doesn't know. Maybe. Who says that? Gnome suspected that something wasn't right with the helicopter settlement crew. But Zipkick was convinced that maybe they were good people. But Gnome wasn't. Still, we were going to go talk to them. Gnome didn't think that we were in danger going to talk to him. He just said that he didn't trust him. So it was worth it. We waited till day before heading to the tower. When day broke and we started getting close to the tower, an Umbrella Corp were up there. We knew now. That was definitely them. We knew them by their armor. And Gnome and Zip already had suspicions that the helicopter settlement were working with Umbrella Corp. We bolted from the scene, using the city to hide us from the tower above. What's that? Let's go at the back here. Let's keep moving that this way because I want to go onto the main road. They might see us.
Yeah.
Oh, chest.
Get onto a building and listen in.
Ooh, pumpkin pie. Want some?
Oh, yeah. I have a full inventory, so grab it.
Oh, okay. Shh, shh.
Yeah, I know.
Then we could hear voices in the distance coming towards us. Friendly?
No.
Yo. Friendly, friendly, friendly. Yo, you guys friendly? Don't move. I won't come across the road. You guys stay. You stay there. I stay there. Yeah, it was pretty it was pretty hostile. The two of them instantly apologized last time for how Jesse treated us. Maybe to ask. You guys don't seem very loyal to Jesse. I'm not asking for anything like a betrayal. When we got into the house, Gnome passed his radio over to Big Boy Chazza so he could chat to us in Discord so it could be secure and safe, and no one will know our plan. Chazza and Monty, they didn't like Jesse, but they really feared him, and they needed him for safety. And they thought if they leave him, Jesse will come and hunt them down and kill them. I'm sorry to say, but Monty and Chazza, they're not the strongest, and I believe they need Jesse to survive. See, they were scared of Jesse, not loyal. And they weren't loyal because now they were spilling all their secrets to us. And every question I asked them, they answered. And I believe this information is to be correct. They told me that the helicopter they have is an admin-run helicopter. And every stack of food they stick in that helicopter, then that helicopter will take the food and bring back supplies instead. Like guns, armor, ammo, you name it. Food is their currency. It's how they survive. They have an abundance of food growing, but they're not using it to feed people. They're using it to get stronger and gain more weapons. I asked them how they were fueling the helicopter and they said that they had a fuel pump which they found. That was the fuel pump that we've been looking for this whole entire time. The stadium has it. And I'm not sure if we can trust Chazza and Monty yet. I think they're too scared to steal the fuel pump. So I asked for something light first, and maybe then we can trust them after. I asked if it would be possible to do a secret meetup and for them to trade us some food, as I told them we have a lot of survivors on our ship and we desperately need it. They agreed, and since we'll have no lines of communication, we agreed that in 2 days' time, when the sun rises 2 times, we'll meet at the end of the road where the fancy houses are. They understood, and Chazza passed back the radio to Gnome, and the meeting was over. And just when we were leaving, we heard the Umbrella Corp. One of them said hello. They had heard us have the meeting. And what makes this worse is that the fact that Chazza did tell us that Umbrella Corp had made a deal with Jesse for food. And if this information gets back to Jesse that we had a secret meeting, Chazza and Monty might be in danger. But we all scattered from the scene as quick as we could. Right now, me and Gnome are hiding in a house, staying low. Umbrella Corp are around and we don't want to get caught. But I saw a survivor outside alone. It was Leonard. Leonard! And I didn't care. I tried to call him over. He looked completely lost. And he's not going to survive if he keeps running around like this. We're now rushing home. Not only to give Leonard safety and to keep him safe. We trusted him. And he dropped his weapon instantly when I asked for it. But also, there was a really big situation unraveling at home. 3 people from the helicopter crew had suddenly shown up. And we had already radioed Zipkick that we spotted Umbrella Corp sitting comfortable on top of the helicopter settlement, and we didn't trust them, and now we believe that they're working with the Umbrella Corp. And in our head, we think they've been told to come here and act like refugees, but secretly,
They're sniffing around to see if they can spot the admin, so Umbrella Corp can order the kill order to come in and kill our admin. So, firstly, why are you guys here?
So we're the helicopter crew, and our leader died to zombies.
Okay, this is all going to depend on honesty now. Are you guys working with Umbrella Corp?
Some? I don't think so.
No? You want to be honest? So can you explain to me why Umbrella Corp was in your base?
We saw them, they wanted to hang out, there was like some zombies on the bottom floor, and we let them stay and then they went.
I just joined today, so I'm kind of learning everything right now. I met up with them.
They all told us no, and I believe 2 of them, Dazrun and Youngjer. But Zipkick has information that MZO is quite high up in the ranks, but he's pretending like he's not. That's highly suspicious. I have a plan to find out if Zio is working with Umbrella Corp, and to prove our suspicions are right, but I don't think Zio is going to like this plan. So I had a plan, and I knew Zio wasn't going to like this plan, and I said to him, if this all goes right, I won't be the one to kill you. And he didn't question the fact that I said I won't be the one to kill you if this goes right. So here was the plan. We knew Umbrella Corp had now been sniffing around, and they were watching us, and there was a lot of them around. My idea was to make Zio vulnerable, put him in the open, where one of the Umbrella Corp members would see him. And I did just that. He was down here by the crates, while I was up in the tower, watching him closely with a sniper rifle. At this point, he now had a radio, so I could communicate with him in Discord. And I told him not to run off, even though he easily could. But I knew if Umbrella Corp came, they would either kill him or rob him if he's not working with them. I knew I was putting his life in danger, but to be quite frank, I didn't care about his life. We're pretty sure he's a traitor. And the safety of my own crew is more important. We can't have a rat inside our home. We waited here for a while, and he was fending off all the undead that was coming at him. He was cooperating. I knew if the Umbrella Corp members do nothing with him and are friendly, this is not going to end good for Zio. That's when finally 2 Umbrella Corp members came up to Zio, and it seemed like they knew one another. So what I want... Oh! Now what I would need you to do, oh, they're not shooting you. Come back. Please, your life depends on it. I need you to do something really important for me.
Okay. Hello. Nothing. Everything is fine.
Can you drop him the radio? Can you drop Sicko the radio?
Here. I found this if you want it.
No. Tell him to stay there. Tell him to join Discord.
Wait, can you come Discord?
Gonna get ready to pop you, Zio, if this is the wrong answer, okay? Don't move a muscle, Zio, because I will shoot.
Just join VC 1 or something. Or 2.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi. Howdy.
Hello.
How the turntables have turned. Just stay still. I'm not here to shoot you. I'm not here to do anything. Just want some answers. So, you do you know Zio?
Yeah.
You're Umbrella Corp, right? You don't care. Do you know Zio? Like, do you know Zio really well? Like, are you working with Zio?
I can't answer that, I'm sorry.
That's all I need to know. Zio, can you see me? 3, 2, 1. Can you guys not work with the helicopter crew? Thank you. Sicko quickly left a Discord call, and they began firing back at me. And just as one of them was running away, a sniper one right in the head. I was defending myself. And sooner or later, we're going to have to cross that bridge and start a war with them anyway. Remember, they're the prison guards of this island, essentially, keeping us here. But I parachuted down to collect the loot from Zio and from the Umbrella Corp member I just murdered. There was a lot here. Let's just say the server is 1 rat less.
Okay.
Yo, listen up. You work for us now.
Okay? You cool with that?
I'm awesome with that.
All good. You work with us now. No one deals with Umbrella Corps. They're the rats of the server, okay? They're here to make... No deal is worth it. Because they're there to make our life harder. They're the dead players from last season. That's the whole point. So any deal with them will end bad. No matter what they promise. The attack that we did on Umbrella Corp wasn't a good one. They weren't happy. But the ship was still keeping us protected. But they were watching us even more now. But we couldn't stay on the ship forever. Because our food was going incredibly low. And our settlement was getting bigger and bigger. And more mouths to feed. So I decided finally, after a long time, I'd meet back up with Jack. And we would go and meet Big Boy Chazza and Monty. As it's becoming the second day now. When we told them we'd meet them at the end of the road with the fancy houses. Gnome came along with me because he's going to be escorting the admin back to the ship when we meet Jack. As Jack is coming with me for backup for the food exchange. We finally met up with Jack and the admin was put into Gnome's care and he was escorted back to the ship. Me and Jack continued on our adventure. We had to get to the opposite side before the next day. And we did just that. It went smoothly. We'd managed to slip by the undead horde. And we're now where we needed to be. I was going to go into the house where we were meant to meet, but Jack had an idea to maybe sit in the opposite house. Somewhere different, but somewhere where we can keep an eye out. Just in case. These players can't be trusted. And we waited. And we waited for a long time. Something didn't feel right. It felt off. And our gut feeling, let's just say it was right.
Yeah,
Sicko.
He likes killing people.
No, I do, but
no, it's
like, realistically.
It's 5 of them.
Hello. Anybody here?
So this is what I found.
They had ratted us out, and they had ratted us to Umbrella Corp to save their own skin, probably. But Jack and I had to leave. They're going to the end house where we said we'd be. Jack's thinking just saved our life. We decided to head in the opposite direction of where they were going. So we started going along the shore. We travelled underneath what looked like was once a carnival. And now we were on the opposite end of the stadium. We were heading into town, where the skyscrapers were, where the cities were. We've been told this is where the horde of zombies spawn at night. Be careful. We found a church building as the night was falling. And we headed inside for cover. And everything seemed fine at first, but then we were overrun by zombies. They were flooding in and we needed to find a more secure building. And there was a massive cathedral across the way, but a horde of zombies stopping us from getting there. We just ran our way through them. And we closed the door behind us. We then began scaling the building for safety. And this building was so tall, and the zombies looked like ants down below. Up on top of the cathedral building, we got a massive view, a 360 view of the whole entire map. And here for the first time, we could see the bridge that we need to get across. And right there was the Umbrella Corp headquarters. There was so many of them standing on top of the building, guarding it, making sure nobody crosses the bridge. This just showed the scale and the amount of members that Umbrella Corp had, because they had a group of 5 players searching for us, while they still had an army at their headquarters guarding the bridge. And it looked to me that they had somebody captured.
But that person wasn't part of our crew. Not that I can see anyway. So it's not our problem. On the other side of the cathedral building, we could see the stadium. And Big Boy Chazza and Monty had betrayed us. They'd ratted us out to save their own skin. We knew they had the fuel pump and we needed that fuel pump. It was a matter of saving people. Chazza and Monty gave us no other choice. It was time to use our final parachute to glide down and attempt to steal this fuel pump, with the hopes of attempting to not try and start a war with the settlement. When we landed on top of the stadium, I instructed Jack to fire a warning shot so we can let them know that we're here and that we have the high ground and we have eyes on them. Don't try and be silly.
Sniper! It's Jack, run.
Stay there, okay?
Run, what's going on?
They can't come out anyway, right? They can't mine themselves out or anything like that. They have to come out that way. Right, you guys are... Whoa, don't... Calm down.
Wait, no, we're shooting the zombies, it's the zombies.
Calm down. Hello, guys. How's it going? Right, our whole settlement is here.
What the hell?
Yep, apart from...
Stuck in a ball.
Apart from one person, yes.
But mostly our whole settlement's here, okay? Okay, well, let's just have a chat. Right, you're in there, we're in there.
Don't shoot.
No, don't come out, because we can't trust that. You're safe, we're safe, we're not in your base, it's all good.
Oh, Jesse's come out.
No, I'm coming out of hiding.
Okay. Don't come out, go back in.
Okay. I'm good. I can see
you.
Go back in, or I'll shoot you.
Okay.
I'm gonna get the fuel pump. Then you're gonna parachute out. You're gonna make your way home. Okay. You need to talk to him, Jack, now. Keep him distracted. Talk to him about Umbrella Corps. Talk to him about Umbrella Corps. Why did they come here?
I want to ask a few questions.
I can't hear anything. Can I get out of here?
So, no. Under no circumstances.
No, you cannot leave. Why?
We can't barely hear you, actually, because there's mobs.
That's fine.
There's like
kill the mobs.
Inside our walls.
I want to know about Umbrella Corps.
They were here.
They were
yeah,
here?
They tried interrogating me. Someone's up there.
No, just shut up. I'm stuck. They were here.
Let me know if they're coming out.
Okay, and I want to know what you told them. You got forced to? You lied to them.
Keep them in there.
How did they know about our meeting? Yeah, get out. How did they know where to meet us? Alright, let me know when you're gone and I'll parachute away.
Just say, okay, right, pleasant chat. We just need to know about Umbrella Corp. Try so they don't suspect it at all.
Okay.
Say sorry for the warning shots, but we had to get you inside. It was the only way to keep it peaceful. Just say that. We now have the fuel pump. And we didn't kill anyone. We didn't want to start a war, but we need this fuel pump. And rightfully, it belongs to the tanker settlement. They even had a book left by the admin saying it belongs to you. You just need to find it. This is a zombie apocalypse. There is no good or bad in a way. You do what you need to survive, and I need to get people off this map because we are looking after survivors that, if they were alone, wouldn't survive. They need to be saved. And I can do that with this fuel pump in hand. After achieving a lovely objective of getting the fuel pump, we now had a few days at home, getting prepared to head out to the runway. But we had some problems. Some people didn't understand what was going on. Leonard here, he wanted to leave, and he wanted to go out there into the city. I told him he's free to leave, but I said, out there, people will kill you. It's dangerous. I said, it's up to you. We also managed to get a fishing rod. We were actually gathering our own food. We had loads of cooked fish now. Things were looking up. But then once the fuel pump was sorted and we were ready to go, it was time to leave a few days later.
Ryan, you didn't pick up the boat.
They're all here.
I need to pick up the boat. Give me the boat. Give me the boat. Leonard was back and he did go out. Right, come on, everyone, get in a boat. And he said to me that he got robbed and he had lost all his stuff. And now he's naked, has no gear whatsoever. Do we have enough boats? So I think he learned the lesson and he's happy to get on the plane and take his ticket out of here. Someone drop a boat, down at the back, quickly. And you might be wondering why I was panicking in game at the time. Well, we had spotted quite a few Umbrella Corp members outside. And here we were finally taking the admin and the few survivors to the airplane. With the objective so close in sight and getting the admin out and these survivors, I was panicking that it could be taken away with one single sniper shot to the head. I was scared. I tried to convince Knight to get on this flight. I needed him out of the map for my safety. It was my personal mission to save him and to keep him safe. But he wanted to stay a little bit longer and help more people. And I couldn't force him on the flight. So he's sadly not getting on the plane. But Gnome is taking his place instead. And I'm going to miss Gnome. Because especially he's a fighter. And we will need fighters at the end of this series when we're taking that bridge. We snuck onto the airfield and we placed the fuel pump down. We told Supernova to go easy on the weapon. Shush, 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 shush.
No shooting.
We didn't want to draw any attention. It was time for Zipkick to fuel it up. The plane was fueled, the admin was in, he was flying. And it was time to say goodbye to the members we'd looked after for so long. Right, don't press any buttons, Supernova. Don't press any buttons.
Okay, it's fine.
The zombies were now attracted to the plane. And we did our best to escort the plane to the runway, where then it could punch it and take off. For some reason, this was strangely emotional. Because we don't know when the next series will be. And how long it'll take. But they got out. They had survived. They won. We helped people. It felt incredible. Goodbye, crew. See you in the next world. It was time to go. Head back to the ship. We're heading back to the ship, and even we joked that how funny it would be if we came back and it was all just on fire. And as I got to the ship, there was a hostage situation. Knight was being held by Jesse and his group. We had to do something.
This was our base. I don't know what happened.
Aren't you on Ryan's team though?
Yes, I am.
It's the zip space though, is it not?
I mean, Brian was here. I see you had proof as well, I hope.
Where's your hideout? Where's your hideout?
I don't know, we just kind of stayed around here. We don't have a permanent base.
Oh, that's why no one's seen you.
Knight was doing his best not to give any information away. Jack, myself and Zip were sneaking in. They knew we weren't here, and we now had the advantage. And then Jack said this.
I don't think peacefully. They've killed our whole team. I don't think peaceful is an option.
They haven't killed the whole team.
Knight just logged back on, that's what he said. That's the only reason he's alive right now.
Jesse's got one of the radios, he wants to talk to me.
Not yet. Dazrune's dead.
Okay, we're gonna have to pop. If we pop Jesse...
We've got a snipe. Like, 2 snipers.
Yeah.
If we pop Jesse... Like, that's it. Like, they're gonna kill Knight.
No, wait, he wants to talk to me? Let him talk to me. I'll distract him.
You better not uncrouch though.
How do I not uncrouch? Hold on, I'll go to the back of the ship so they can see.
Okay, I'm gonna try pop Jesse, I suppose.
I'm here with you, I can also pop.
I have Undead Hunter in my scope.
Yeah, so do I.
Oh no, I'm gonna try pop Jesse. I've eyes on leader. Here we go. 3. No, I don't have eyes. 3,
I have eyes.
2, 1, go.
We can talk.
Talk. We're not after you.
No shots. We're
after Jesse.
Do not kill Knight.
Jesse's down.
We will let you live.
We got rid of the ringleader. So, whoa. On the ground. On the ground.
On the ground.
Jesse.
Jesse's dead.
On the
On
ground.
the ground.
Wait, Jesse's dead. Okay, I'm sorry.
On the
Put
ground.
your gun away. Get your gun away.
Did you kill Jesse?
We did. Now take your gun out.
On the ground. On the ground. On the ground.
That kid was about to kill me. That kid was about to kill me.
Quiet, all of you. You.
Put the gun out of your hand, Chazza.
On the ground.
Don't care.
Wait to see
I got forced to come here.
Take the gun out of your hand.
On the ground.
I ain't gonna hurt you. I was trying to find you for like the past.
We only wanted to take care of your ringleader.
We'll
That
do
was
like
it.
this. We'll do it like this. We'll do it like this. If you guys are surrendering,
What's his name?
Alright, just
Don't
take off your
Brian,
armor.
take off your
You're
armor
all
now so we
good.
know you guys
You're
aren't
all
fighting.
good. Just take off your armor and drop your weapons out. Drop him
drop your
overboard.
weapons out. Take off your armor.
Drop it. Depression.
Drop it down like underneath the ladder. Just drop it over, down underneath it. Depression, I think, is lagged out.
The rest of them are the abandoned ship. They're coming back.
Kind of robbed me already. I don't really have anything.
We're not trying to rob
attack
you.
you. It was only Thingy. It was only Thingy who wanted to kill you, Jesse.
Now, I'm about to shoot your ringleader zombie, okay?
Alright, please do. That kid. That kid was really
Can I
annoying
ask you a
in the
question? Is Dazroon and the rest, are they dead?
I'm not sure. We didn't find anyone here. I saw people over here, and they went underboard. But we don't know where. We didn't kill them. Nothing happened that I know of, apart from Thingy.
Yeah, Zip should be in the chat.
Can someone check Zip?
Hey, okay.
Are they dead?
They are not dead. They're coming back to the ship now.
Oh, Jesus. We made a mistake. We thought our team members were dead. We had made a mistake. Jesse didn't actually kill anyone, and Jack had given me the wrong information, and it wasn't his fault. It was a very heated moment, and you had to think on the spot, and we did have the advantage of nobody knowing. But Jack's false information led to Jesse's death. But Big Boy Chazza was glad Jesse was dead. We had accidentally taken out the big bad wolf that he was afraid of. Jesse actually wanted to speak to us. They weren't even aware that we stole the fuel pump. He was here because he had an Umbrella Corp member who he captured. Herp! And he's definitely part of the Umbrella Corp because he has no name, and only an admin or the Umbrella Corp have this. We quickly brought him down to the engine room, as now the admins were no longer hiding there, and it was safe to do so. It's a perfect place to hold someone too. Herb told us now that he's been captured, he's been put into hardcore mode, and we questioned that. We asked, can the Umbrella Corp members respawn? And he said yes. But he said, if the commander of the Umbrella Corp is taken out, then all the Umbrella Corp members are in hardcore mode, and they have one more life left. And he said the commander is wearing the black armor but has a green helmet. You know the difference between them. And he carries a one-shot sniper rifle. Someone to be feared for sure. I believe Herb gave us all this information, hoping that we would spare his life, and he would live another day to fight, and we'd just let him go. We had now learned some valuable information about our enemies and their weakness. Something that even our admin didn't even tell us when we had him. Herb was our enemy, and he was going to stop us getting across the bridge because that's what he had to do in the rules. There was only one thing to do with him. Oh. Congratulations!
Oh,
Big Boy Chaz and Undead, we couldn't fully trust yet. He had betrayed us in the past. He said he didn't mean to. He said he was forced to. Umbrella Corp were asking questions and he was desperate. I understand that. You'd save your own life anytime. But before we can trust them, they want to be with us. They want to join us. Or at least be friendly with us. And have a good relation. But I said, bring us food. Then, we'll talk. So they were going off to get their shipment. Zipkick and I and Knight were heading to the helicopter settlement to see if there's any more survivors and investigate the helicopter. Because now we'd gotten 5 survivors out by plane, and the helicopter we can use to get more survivors out. It's time to head and investigate. Zipkick was leading us to the building, and he was going to make contact as he's been contacting that team in and out. The only thing is we don't think there's any more survivors in the settlement. We think Umbrella Corp or someone wiped them out. We have the fuel to fly the helicopter, but do we have all the parts? That's what we're going to have to find out.
Helicopter's still here.
Oh.
Sick.
That's good, that's good.
Alright, so this is completely abandoned. So what is it they're actually missing?
The rotor. The main rotor.
They're missing the engine. Oh, so they have the... Oh, so they found the engine. They found the rotor, but they haven't found the engine.
Oh.
What it needed to be.
Oh, here it is. Hang on. Helipad settlement. You are the helipad settlement. As you may see, you have a helicopter in front of you. As of now, this will not work. You will have to travel around the map where you will find some chests with some parts in. You can then bring them here and build it up. Did someone just shoot?
People are shooting.
Yeah.
Up top.
Zip.
Get up top.
Zip, was it you?
No, that was not me.
Uh-oh. Okay, I definitely just saw one over on the building there. 100%, and it's all in black, so it might be Umbrella Corp.
I got a sniper.
I don't know if he's seen me. So try and... Okay, try and not look at him, because then we might be able to snipe him. I've got one bullet. Knight, will you do me a favor? I know you're trying to stay safe there. Would you go down and watch the ladder system? Okay? The way up.
I've got a sniper. I think he saw me.
Yeah, I've got a sniper too. So let's stay here together. Let's see if we
Get down, knife down.
Oh my god.
Oh, they're here.
Stay where you are, right?
Pick them back up.
Fight or flight kicked in, and I wanted to fight.
Come back here, guys.
But someone was right behind me.
How many of you guys
I was
are
surrounded.
Okay.
I told them it was only me and Knight here. No one else. Zipkick was hiding. Everything? Drop everything?
Get all of them upstairs.
Come up.
It's only me. It's only me and Knight.
Go up now.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Zip
No,
Kick.
they literally.
Bugger, if you stayed hidden, dude, we could have used you to take them out or something.
Oh, that was good. That was good.
But sadly, Zipkick got found. They lined us up against the wall. And they told us that Leonard, the person that we extracted off the island, broke out of their prison. And technically, he broke the server rules. Look, I'm going to be honest in good faith.
Take it, JQ. Oh. So, I heard a little about Leonard. On your team?
Yeah, did you guys mug him?
We imprisoned him, and he escaped. So what we want is revenge. You guys can choose, but one of you have to die.
So, one of us has to choose who dies.
Basically.
And what happens if we don't choose?
Nick, stay back. You all die.
We were ordered out onto the ledge. And I might just say this now, guys, quickly. My parachute, it doesn't work anymore. It's broken. It's not an option. If I fall here, or if any of us fall here, it's to our death. Someone is going to die here. We were contemplating and talking. We were put in a messed up situation. Zip put himself forward, and so did I. But then Knight stepped forward and said this.
Earlier in the series, you asked me, what do I want to do this series? I said, either to kill someone or to save your life. To protect you. I believe this is the moment. I believe this is the moment, Brian.
Can you do me a favor?
Mm-hmm.
Can you look at the view? This is so sad! This is not how I wanted you. You should have went in that plane, okay? Look, I'm sorry to blame you like this before you're dying, but you should have went in the plane. I wanted to keep you safe.
I'll see you in the next life, Brian.
I'll see you, man.
Look at the view.
See ya.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Oh, I wish that you hadn't pulled the trigger. Shot me down with my bitter heart. My blood is getting thicker. You shot me down with my bitter heart.
I turned around and I asked, can we go now? We had just lost someone so valuable to our team. One of the most loving and trusting players on the server, I believe. And I'd let myself down. I didn't protect him. I should have put myself forward. They said we could go, but they're keeping all the guns that they have. But I could keep my revolver. Then suddenly one of them had another question. And they had a question.
I have one last question before you go, actually. I heard from one of my men that you kidnapped her.
Well, at least that's where we're even.
Excuse me? Explain yourself.
Zip. Zip. They didn't know. They didn't know. They didn't know.
Are you meaning to tell me you killed her?
No.
Well, yeah.
No. Zip!
Did you kill her?
Nope.
No, we didn't.
Then what happened to him?
Tell us the whole story. If he's not dead, where is he?
We didn't take him.
My men saw you take him. We
I
saw
saw
them
you put
go.
him in the sheep. You can't lie this one out.
My men saw him being taken to the ship, and we saw you there.
Yeah, we killed him.
Oh no.
But he technically broke the rules too by breaking character. I thought Umbrella Corp aren't like they're an admin team. They shouldn't be meddling like that in between people.
Do you think I care about that right now?
Well, like, whatever.
Right now, this is an eye for an eye. Get on the ledge.
But we just had an eye for an eye.
No, that was for Leonard. I got you to kill Kick.
This one's my fault.
Night
I'm
was
going.
For Leonard.
I shouldn't have
This
said
is
anything.
for on the ledge. Not you, Zipkick. I don't care about you.
Listen, it was me who said it. Take me.
No.
What? What?
Why me?
What?
Aren't you the leader?
Not really.
Not really.
No, technically Zip is.
Yeah, I'm the leader. Listen, I'm the leader. It's my fault. Take me.
You might be leader, but who actually killed him?
I'm really afraid to say the answer, but I need to be honest, because if I say you, they're gonna kill you, and then I feel really bad. That goes against my character arc completely.
Oh no.
I did? But he broke the rules? Hey, hang on. He broke the rules? Can you at least... If you're going to kill me, and this is the end of the series, please give me my at least moment to end this in a cool way. Yeah, I did it. But I need... No. If you're going to kill me, and this is going to continue, hopefully Jack can continue something, or something like that. I need reassurance that Zipkick isn't going to be killed. Like, that's all I need is reassurance that he's not going to be killed. That's all I care about. But
Zip, you're free to go. You're not.
Zip, will you tell Jack? Whoa, hang on a second. Can I give Zip... Okay, hang on. Can I give Zip my duffel bag?
Sure, I don't care. Make Zip go.
Alright. Anything you need me to tell Jack?
Just tell Jack I love him. Tell him to try and continue on the objective of getting people out. That's what I wanted to. I wanted to get people out in the helicopter and stuff.
Zip,
and
go.
if he can survive... 2 seconds, I'm telling him some... Like, come on, I'm talking to him some last words. Look, there's no funny business here, man.
Okay.
And give this to Jack when you meet him. Like, just give him that.
Alright.
There's a chance maybe I might die here. This might be all a trick. So I might be good. Who knows?
Yeah.
But just tell Jack to continue the journey and to... Because, yeah, there's no way. Don't try and fight your way out of this. There's no way you're going to do it.
I have your assurance.
You do know how fast you die to guns.
Yeah. Listen, you have my assurance. We will try to get as many people out as possible.
Wait, can I have 2 minutes to write a book for Jack? 2 minutes. 2 minutes top.
You have 2 minutes, but you're staying there.
Okay. Yeah, I won't. I wrote a book for Jack and the rest of the survivors on the ship. Now, you guys might be thinking, why don't you just shoot them up? But put yourself in my shoes. When we play these servers, we do like to immerse ourselves in it and respect others. And also, in the back of my head, there's a chance that maybe this could be a test and they might just capture me. That's what I'm hoping for. But at the moment, this is the end of the road for me. And some would say it's karma for killing Jesse, for murdering Herb. Was I too impulsive? Was this my fault? And I don't blame Zipkick for leading me here. But if Zipkick didn't open his mouth, maybe this would be a different situation right now. This is the end. If you kill him after, that's evil. Don't. Please don't. He has my duffel bag, and I want that message to get to Jack.
Don't kill
That's fair, right? That's fair that he gets to leave, because it's important that that message gets to Jack potentially. And you know, you're killing me. You know what I mean? Not saying, you know, I'm the main character, but like, you know, the admin team spent a long time on this map, and this is the way I'm going out. Can I have a minute to take in the views? I won't move.
You can have your last words.
Okay, I don't know who I'm going to really say my last words to, but I just want to take in the map.
They let me go. They let me go.
Sweet. See you later, buddy. Love you.
See you.
Yeah. All the ways that go out. Technically, Knight got me killed. I told Knight to watch the ladder. Was he watching the ladder? Can you answer that for me?
My man can.
Was he not watching the ladder? Did you guys come up the ladder system?
He was doing something else.
Fantastic. You know, you spend, you know, the whole series protecting someone and you end up getting killed. Okay, give me... count down to 10, I suppose, and could you come up here and be level with me so it looks cool for the camera, I suppose?
I spend my days in despair, for in my mind